In this video, we're showing you 2 easy ways to do some baked potatoes. One, get that good crispy on the outside and so fluffy on the inside, but also there's a bonus. Hasselback potatoes, known as dinosaur, cowboy style, garlic butter in there. Woo! Come on, I'll get the oven hot. Hey, thank y'all for stopping by the kitchen for another quick tip and tutorial. And what are we talking about today? Best baked potatoes ever. So let's talk about how you get that baked potato with that crispy skin on the outside and fluffy goodness on the inside. Number one, throw the microwave away. We ain't gonna use it. We're gonna do these in the oven. But the number 2 thing, if you want that good crispy skin in the oven way, don't put no foil on them either. What it is, we're gonna wash 4 russet potatoes. Now, when I'm talking about russet has the highest starch of any potato out there. You've seen us rinse them in our hash brown to get that rid of them, but starch in there is going to make fluffiness if you cook it right, and we're going to cook it right. So these are the ideal potato for a bacon tater. Not bacon, B-A-C-O-N, B-A-K-I-N-G. Take your fork and pierce you some holes in there all the way around. And guess what? Y'all heard of brining meat? We finna brine us some potatoes. Now, it makes meat tender, right, when you brine it? But when you brine this potato, we get the steam to come out of there with the poked holes, but the salt's gonna sink to the inside. Now, a lot of you be brushing these with oil, and just right off the bat, go ahead and season them any way you want with salt and everything else, but you end up getting a leathery skinned potato. This, we're gonna get that crispy skin. So, cup of water, 4 tablespoons of salt. Mix it up really well with your whisk. A potato. And we ain't letting these soak like you would be brining a solution in there of meat or something. We are just wanting them to get a good salt water bath. Take them right back out, place them on the paper towel. Space them to where you can get some airspace in there. We have preheated the oven to 450 degrees. And in they go for 45 to 50 minutes. Now, you've heard of probing the meat temp to get it just right. The perfect baked potato in about 45 to 55 minutes is about 210 degrees. We're going to check it today just for y'all, so stick around. As them baked taters is going down the trail, let me tell you about this other one. Remember, I'm talking about them dinosaur taters, also known as Hasselback? Hey, now you see me take and slice the bottom over. The bottom over? No, you see me slice the bottom smooth out there to where it sets flat and don't rock, because that is an important purpose in these dinosaurs. Then you see me take that knife and go back through there and cut 2/3 of the way through, about 1/4-inch slices all the way through, to sort of give it that accordion effect. So all you got to do now is get you some bacon grease, olive oil, avocado oil, whatever you got. I like to use some bacon grease because I think it's going to give some flavor here, and we're just going to brush them all the way to get them started with. 425 degrees, we're going to put them in there and let them cook for 20 minutes. Then we're going to pull them out, and we're going to do a little something else to them, so don't run off. Well, according to the Waterbury and the clock, we have been on 20 minutes, so it is time to do a little something to these dinosaurs. Bring them right out here. Let's set them on that burner there for just a minute. Now, I want you to take a knife at this point and just sort of slide back through here and make sure none of them stuck together. And I don't see none of them that have, but you want to always check. Now, I melted me a 1/2 stick of butter, put in some rosemary, some minced garlic, and some onion powder, and we're going to go to give them a little bath. It'll seep down in them cracks, folks, don't you worry. Make sure you get plenty on there, because I want everybody to have some. Now, at this point, we need to give them a little dab of salt. Now, I done got me some, if you can read it, margarita salt. Now, a margarita? No, we ain't got none in here. But I really like this salt sort of, if channels zoom in here, you can sort of see, instead of being a kernel, it's sort of a white, flaky salt. And I really like to put it on taters of any kind. So we're just going to give it a light dusting. So, back in the oven we go for another 10 more minutes. Now, this time, folks, give him another basting everywhere. See if you can mash it just a little to get everybody down in that deck of cards. And this is going to give you a good, crispy, crusty bottom. Gonna be nice. But this time I'd like to give them a light shaking of original seasoning. Back in for 10 more it is. Woo-wee! Be smelling good, looking good. At this time and point, folks, we need to give them one more little brushing of this butter and herby stuff that's all mixed together. Look at that good crust on the bottom, folks. That's my favorite part. Well, total cooking time for these little fellers was about 45 minutes. Now, we'll see, can we get one of them out of there without burning our fingers to where you can see. And ooh, that's hot. But he is tender, he is done. But you don't want to cook him to where he's mushing and fall apart. You want to leave him to where he's got his ridges in there. So, till he's fork tender, and you be ready to go. Well, them baked taters been in the oven about 65 minutes. Them was pretty big potatoes. I probed them were about 210, so they need to come out and get them a little greasing. Bacon grease it is. If you can stand the hot for just a minute, make sure you get some on the bottom side. Can you hear that sizzle, Shan? Now, sure, we got them in some salt water to brine them too, but we gonna give them a little sprinkling of this margarita salt because, whew, I just like it. It's snowing. Back in the oven for 10, folks, and when it comes out next time, it is the perfect baked potato. It is done. I want you to hear this. That's like a tater chip. Now, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I'm going to catch this one right here because it's close. Now, a potato is meant to be cut right now. Do not wait. The longer you leave that steam in there, it's going to seep back through that crust and make it soggy. So, I like to cut me an X right here in the middle. And then I like to take it and just mash it right here like that, and I got me a bowl, and look at that goodness fluffed up through there. That skin to me is the best part of the whole deal. Big. Looky here, big. That crust is right there, and here comes Duke. He heard us talking about food. Folks, that is a meal right there in its own. You get that crispiness all the way throughout the skin. And I just want you to look at the bottom of that. That right there, that is what you call the supreme goodness. I know, but y'all gonna have to wait, it's hot. Now, I want to deep in here and get me some of this baked tater. Wow. Bad malfunction.
The microphone.
Well, we hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks on how to cook a tater. We did. We thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for watching. I always tip my hat and thank our servicemen and women and all those who have kept this country so free that we can have this opportunity. Thank you again. God bless you each and every one. I'll see you down the tater trail.